Apple iOS 26 public preview, liquid glass UI transformation. Apple just unveiled the most radical iPhone redesign in over a decade, and it's dividing users already. At its 2025 Worldwide Developers Conference, Apple WWDC, held June 9th at Apple Park in Cupertino, California, the tech giant dropped iOS 26, a public beta that completely reimagines how your iPhone looks and works. Dubbed Liquid Glass, this overhaul marks the first major design shift since 2013's minimalist iOS 7. But here's where it gets controversial. Familiar buttons and menus are being replaced with translucent, fluid-like interfaces that animate as you touch them. Early testers describe it as glass that moves like water, a bold gamble that could redefine smartphone interaction or frustrate millions. Starting today, US and international users with recent iPhone models can preview iOS 26 by enrolling through Apple's beta software program. https://beta.apple.com. Once registered, simply go to Setting, General, Software Updates, Beta Updates to install it. And this is the part most people miss. Apple actively uses public feedback from these betas to adjust or even scrap features. Remember the backlash over iOS 7's flat design? The company's betting that crowdsourced opinions will smooth out any wrinkles this time. Beyond the eye candy, iOS 26 bundles practical upgrades. The phone app now merges recent calls and voicemails into a single screen, while beefed up spam filters tackle robocalls and sketchy texts. AI also gets subtle but clever boosts. iMessage and FaceTime now translate languages in real time, and a new visual search tool lets you tap objects in screenshots, like that trendy lamp in a news article to find similar products online. But here's the elephant in the room. Apple quietly delayed its promised Siri AI overhaul, but 2024 pledge now pushed to 2026. Critics argue this leaves iPhones lagging behind rivals chatbots. Is Apple playing it safe or struggling to innovate? Meanwhile, iPadOS, macOS, and watchOS also drop liquid glass, signaling a unified, upgrade, but polarizing design feature. Love it or hate it, Apple's annual update cycle follows a familiar rhythm. June reveals at WWDC, summer beta testing, and a full rollout with new iPhones. Most devices auto-update, but early adopters can shape the final product. So, will you embrace liquid glass's fluid futurism or cling to the classic iOS feel? Sound off below. Is this redesign genius or a slippery slope? Apple unveils public betas of iOS 26, macOS Tahoe 26, watchOS 26 with liquid glass design. Dive into the future of Apple software updates with liquid glass, a design revolution that's taking the tech world by storm. Imagine your device transformed by a sleek glass-like interface that's as fluid as it is beautiful. But here's where it gets controversial. Some say it's a game changer, while others argue it's a step too far. What do you think? Let's explore the details. On July 24th, 2025, Apple unveiled the first public betas for its upcoming major software updates, including iOS 26, macOS Tahoe 26, watchOS 26, and tvOS 26. The Verge's tech editor, Jay Peters, has all the information you need to install these betas on your eligible devices. But beware, the changes are significant, and not everyone will be a fan. The most striking feature of these updates is the introduction of liquid glass, a design language inspired by visionOS. It's all about transparency, with a glassy, fluid aesthetic that's both mesmerizing and disorienting. When I first tried the developer beta on my iPhone, I was taken aback by the transformation. Apple has since refined the translucency and redesigned Control Center, but the controversy remains. One of the most talked about changes is the updated numbering scheme. All the new operating systems now end with 26, a nod to the car industry's tradition of naming models after the following year. This new system is simpler and more intuitive, making it easier to identify the latest software version. But is it a smart move or just a gimmick? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates and insights from Jay Peters. And don't forget to follow our coverage for the latest news and analysis. And this is the part most people miss. The implications of liquid glass go beyond aesthetics. It could redefine user experience and set a new standard for interface design. Are you ready for the future of Apple software? Let us know your thoughts.